What's up, everybody? This is Kitchen Chronicles. My name is Billy Floyd, and that is...
I'm the Commodore. This is Volume 1, Chapter 3, Debary.
Juan and Carrie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sweetness.
Yep.
That's been Juan and Carrie. Good people, man. Very, very cool. Very chill. Super... Oh, that's right. We did the photo shoot beforehand. Remember that?
Boy, before we even played any music, we got there an hour early,
Yeah,
and he was generous enough to do a photo shoot for us.
Yeah, that was... We use those images for a while. We still use those images in some
I still got a few of them.
Advertisements and marketing.
Oh, yeah.
Juan's a good dude, man. Highly skilled. A pilot as well. A photographer. And that night, him and Carrie introduced us, or welcomed us in, and introduced us to Carrie's kids. Were there for the show as well. They actually paid attention to it, which is crazy because they were teenagers, and I definitely didn't think we'd get really anything. But they were
normally they're like, "Hey," and then when the show starts, they bounce.
Yeah, but they were there. They engaged, which was super cool, man. Food was good. Juan and Carrie. We haven't seen them in a while, man. They're good. They're good.
In
people.
Chapter 3, this was our third kitchen.
Man,
wow.
I think this is when the first time somebody printed the intro paper backwards. I think Juan printed KitchenKillaz.
He was the one.
Debary,
yeah. Oh yeah, he did
and
that.
He printed it backwards and held it up, and
That's
gave
right.
it to us to hold it up to the screen.
That's right.
That was an interesting one, man. We were still trying to figure out what was going on.
I was still early in my guitar. Not early in my guitar playing, but I wasn't as good as I am now. And I think the song we chose for that night was a little ambitious for me at the time.
Well,
however, I've grown a little bit. I've gained a little bit more skill. I can play it with some recognizability at this point, but I think that was a bit ambitious for us at that point.
Oh no, for sure, man! It's such an iconic song.
It was super scary.
And it's such an iconic song.
A lot of people know it.
I think of the ones that they gave us. This was the one that just stuck out as being clearly this was the best choice.
Yeah.
You know, if we were a year in, or maybe 16, 17 months in, I think I would feel a little more confident making that decision of being like, oh yeah, let's do this absolutely iconic song. Let's go ahead and test this one out.
With acoustic guitar and harmonies, which seemed to fit what we were trying to do.
Yeah.
So we chose it.
Yeah,
and
I think it worked
right.
out. We got a pretty good reaction from it. And usually the first time we play a song, we are terrible at it. You know, like, let me say, we're like B-, C+ in our gauge, our scale.
Oh yeah. I'm sure some people enjoyed it.
Sure. Yeah, of course, man. You know,
at more than a B-.
How's the score for More Than Words? How is that on our like list of covers?
That's probably in our top 10.
Yeah.
Of covers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, man. And the way that we work that out is we tally all the scores and voting from all of the polls, and that builds its strength. Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we get and those votes are not by us. That's by the community. So
we never vote.
The community has judged and voted More Than Words with enough votes that it's pushed it into our top 10 out of how many?
How many covers?
How many total covers do we have?
Total covers right now, I believe we have 40-ish.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, so More Than Words.
40-ish,
yeah. So a song that we first started and we just kind of gave ourselves gave ourselves a B-, C+, is now one of the songs that's in the top 10.
That was accurate.
Yeah.
B-, C+. I think it's because of its it's a very popular song.
It is.
A lot of people in our age group, which is a lot of our fans in this age group, they heard that a lot when it came out.
For sure.
Right?
For sure. Especially with
I think
kids that have parents, that grew up with this song, them playing it in the car, them playing it in the house, them playing it on their phone, and the kids just like learning it.
They recognize it.
Yeah, of course, man. And even on social media, it's still prevalent.
And then like I said before, like the acoustic guitar and the two vocals, it fits what we do.
Yeah. It's very recognizable.
And we both really like the song, so I think that translates well.
Yeah, the harmonies were really good. I think it was fun. I think it was ambitious, though. I agree. It was
at
definitely,
the time.
Yeah, at the time it was definitely ambitious, which is funny.
I mean, if you want to talk about ambitious, let's go back to Chapter 1 with Amber. Also very ambitious at the time.
Really good.
I think we pulled that one off better than this one, though.
I think that gave us the confidence to do this one. Yeah, I agree. I mean, More Than Words is just, I don't want to say it's demanding, but it's to a degree demanding.
It was a different style of playing.
Amber is much
that I
easier
hadn't quite mastered yet.
Yeah, Amber is much easier for me to play and sing. I don't want to say it's less dynamic than More Than Words because it has still an iconic feeling to it, but More Than Words has grown over the last, 3
It's been around a lot longer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, big time.
Yeah.
And it was huge. Amber was a big song for 311, but not like More Than Words was for Extreme. More Than Words put them on the map.
What other songs did More Than Extreme have?
Exactly. And I'm sure there's a couple that we've heard of, but yeah, exactly. And when people think about a 311 song, I wonder what the first song is to pop in the I would say like the largest group or the most popular song that 311 has? What would that be? If
One stands out to me immediately.
For the masses.
Oh, for the masses, I have no idea. I have no idea. Amber's got to be up there. It's one of their most popular songs.
Yeah. I think Down really carried it for a long time.
That's what I was going to say. That's
Down.
when I first found out about 97X in St. Pete, Tampa area.
That was a good station.
They played Down by 311. I'd never heard of 311 before. I didn't know who they were. They played that. I was like, this song is awesome. I need to know who this is. I bought the album, and then I realized their entire catalog was awesome, and I listened to them ever since. They're the band that prides themselves on playing live shows well.
Yeah, 311 changed the game. They kind of came out and they kind of created their own niche.
Kind of underground.
They did a great job. Oh yeah, absolutely. And Extreme with More Than Words was never really underground. They were kind of a cliche big hair band. They really were. They had some great music. They were great writers. I don't think they thought that More Than Words would do what More Than Words did. I don't think they thought that because they were a full band.
That was
if you remember,
that was probably a
video,
record label thing.
Everybody left. Oh yeah, like in the beginning of the music video, the bassist put his guitar down, the guitarist put his sticks down, stood up, and they all left, and they left just those two guys.
So sad.
So they
we don't even need us anymore.
Yeah, and then the one song that's purely acoustic without the rest of the band blows up.
We're like, how crappy does that make the rest of the band feel?
We're gonna renegotiate your contract.
I don't think we need you guys anymore.
No, I'm pretty sure we're all right.
I'm glad you set that down because you don't need that anymore.
Yeah, thanks. We're good. We'll actually sell those.
Terrible.
We'll buy them from you. But it was not only was and I think Juan and Carrie kind of brought an old school kind of music style and feel to it, because they're just because of when they were born, what music they grew up with.
I wonder what the other songs they requested were. Because that wasn't the only one they gave us. They probably gave us like 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5 songs.
I don't remember though.
And I think that one just fit the most, or we were most familiar with that one. That was
definitely.
That was a cool night, man. I remember pulling up. I remember the photo shoot beforehand that Juan did for us, and then he had everything already set up. He was the first one who thought we traveled with a huge production because he didn't know what we were bringing. He was like, "I'll move everything out of the way. I'll clear the whole room out." And we're like, "Ooh, what are you going to do that for?" He's like, "How much space do you need for your production?" I'm like, "I don't know, 12 square inches."
We actually we saw it tonight. We have a picture of the setup that we have. We had at the time.
From chapter 4.
We
that's
have
what
it.
The clip is actually.
Oh, that's it.
The
whole. All right, chapter 4. Well,
yeah, but that'll still be cool.
We'll see a clip of that in the next
like
chapter.
Foreshadowing.
We'll see what happens.
Boop. So that was Juan and Carrie was good, man. That was a fun time. That was they were really cool. They're very helpful, and they were very welcoming.
Did we ever
remember that?
Did we ever say what the name of the song was that we sang?
Well, we just talked about it being Extremes, like number 1, and we had just referenced
More Than Words.
Yeah. It was awesome. It was good stuff. I'm sure you guys have figured that out by now, and if you didn't, and you figured it out previously, put that right down here in the comments. That's the difference. Yet the last time I would do this, I would actually be able to see the screen, so I could go to the bottom of the screen. But now we're using the other side of the camera, and we have no reference.
Booty.
That's it right there.
Booty.
Hi, everybody.
We'll get it.
That's right. I remember that. Yeah.
So the meal for the evening. I think it was a family recipe or a homemade thing. 2 of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Tater tots.
Yeah.
And cheese.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I mean, there was a few other things in there, but those were the main ingredients. Tater tot casserole was what they called it.
Yeah, tater tot casserole.
Super delicious.
Which was ground beef, which was and tater tots, and it was a casserole, and it was super simple.
There were some veggies in there.
It was super simple.
Some cheese
soup,
tater tots.
Yeah. It was tater tot casserole mixed veggies. That's right, they were mixed veggies.
Yeah.
Ground beef, cheese soup, covered in tots, cheese.
I remember thinking.
And then baked.
I remember thinking, like, I got my tater tot casserole. I'm like, they put vegetables in it.
Oh man, and it was tasty, man. Like the tater tot casserole was awesome. It was super simple. I never really had that before, and I like tater tots, but I was like, damn, man, that seems like a lot of tater tots. But then they were kind of explaining to me how they layered everything and put everything together. I was like, I like mixed veggies. I like ground beef. I like cheese soup. I like more cheese. I like things that are baked.
Cheese soup.
Yeah, I like all those things. And then it was awesome. That was really good, and I'm glad that we didn't take any home because we were probably eating it in the car on the way home. It was really good. That was tasty. That was a fun show, man. I had a really good time doing that. And I didn't really know Juan that well. I had
Really?
Yeah, I spent a little bit of time with him, but I really didn't know him that well. I had passed him some website work, I remember at the time, because I'm trying to remember exactly how we met. I think we met at SuperCon 2016 is when we met. And he came by the table. He loved what I was doing. I had this very board right here with the listening station, and I was splitting the table with another cosplayer. What's going on?
That's
Juan and Carrie's.
Yeah.
That's a Darth
Okay.
Vader spatula.
Where were we?
I'll cut it. I'm sorry.
Oh, what were we talking about?
Where you met.
SuperCon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was this very setup. Juan hung out at the table all weekend. He would come by every day before the con started. He would check in, see what's up, tell me what's going on, and then go about his day. And throughout the day, he would just come by. How's everything going, man? How's everything going? Hey, you want to do some shots? So like we did a photo shoot. He's like, come on back here.
Shots!
And he was walking around with a guy named Russell Emanuel, who is a producer and director. And Russell's killing it right now. Russell and David Vincent Bob would be in the same vein. Russell's been doing it for a while. He has a series called The Occupants, which is outstanding. It's won international awards.
Oh, boy.
So Juan was with Russell that weekend as his photographer and helping them with media. And Juan came by the table, and throughout the day he had a couple of different breaks. So Juan would come by, we would hang out, he'd listen to some music, play him something off the album, we would just kind of talk. And then he did a little bit of a photo shoot, which was super cool. He loved the blue guitar, so he definitely wanted to get that. And we just kind of kept in touch with each other. Just, hey, how you doing? How's it going? We saw each other next year. The following year, we saw each other at SuperCon, which was pretty sweet. And we just kept in touch with each other. Dude, he's just a super skilled guy. You know, he had a podcast as well that he invited me to be a part of. So I did that. And then we started talking about web development. And I was just taking a new position, a new job, and I was getting out of my own personal web development business. So I started passing Juan clients, like web development clients.
There you go.
And Juan was killing it, man. So Juan was
Tearing
super,
it up.
super skilled, dude. Not only is he a web developer, he's a photographer. He flies, which is
I'm pilot.
which is so cool.
I can fly.
So we just kind of kept in touch with each other, and Juan really liked the KitchenKillaz idea, and he was like, "Yeah, man, this is super cool. You know, like come on by the house. We'll crash our kitchen." Which is so cool. And for it to be the third one, like that's a pretty ballsy thing to not even know what you're getting into. Like, what is even crashing a kitchen? Like, I'm inviting these people into our house. Like, they seem pretty cool. Let's rock and roll. But man,
It was
brave.
it was super scary for me, Billy.
why is that? Because you didn't know who this guy was.
I don't know who these people are, man.
You're like, I don't really know who this guy was.
And now I just find like you didn't really know him that well either. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
We were professional. We weren't really I don't want to say we didn't have a friendship, but we weren't like buddies. You know, we were
Right.
professional. We had a professional relationship,
Right.
and we worked with each other again with the podcast, with the photos, with media, with social media, with pushing our individual brands and passing each other professional work back and forth. So we've actually always had a professional relationship, and that's why I was kind of comfortable because if you invite somebody to your house and you have a professional relationship, you have a public image, you want to protect that. So you don't want to invite another, public image to your house and then it be a bad experience. So then you damage your own public image. Yeah, it gets bad. So I mean, they took as much of a risk on them as we did on them, or on us as we did on them.
Yeah.
So like we took a risk on them because you didn't really know them that well. I didn't really know them that well. We were like, okay, let's see how it
That's
goes.
all right, no.
Let's see how it goes. We don't know what we're doing, And Juan and Carrie most certainly took a risk on us because they didn't know who these strangers were. They were inviting into their house to meet their children, to hang out and like play music,
Right.
and they're like, "What?
Right?
Well, let's rock and roll, man."
I mean, we could roll
that
up
was a fun
Desperado
one.
style, open up the guitar cases, and whoa.
Never know. You guys know Desperado. If you do, put a link right down there to your favorite Desperado clip, and then we'll choose our favorite one, and we'll send you something special. Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
Well, that was what was the thing you remember the most about that show, or about that night? Let's just say from when we arrived to when we left.
There's two images that stick out in my head, and one of them is one of the pictures that we did with you with the guitar. I believe your guitar was on the ground and standing up, and you were holding it, and I was wearing those gray boat shoes.
Oh yes,
You remember that photo?
I do. I know exactly which one you.
So
what
that's
shirt
one
were
that-
you wearing?
I think I was wearing a gray V-neck.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
I think I was wearing a gray and my
boat
blue
shoes.
and my blue jeans that started to rip on the knees.
That's
So it's starting to get a little tear.
You
in
said
there.
yesterday. You said my jeans are finally ripping at the knees. Were you hoping that they would finally rip at the knees? Or
No.
were you like, oh man, they finally ripped
I
up the news?
realize that everything has a shelf life.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing the start of the end.
Time to go.
Yeah. No.
Yep.
Just a different
Burn it.
time
Sell
in
it.
the jeans' life.
Get rid of it. It's time to
A
go.
different use for
Bye-bye.
the jeans.
See ya.
Maybe they become shorts.
Bye-bye.
I don't know.
Jean shorts? I haven't seen those in a while. Bringing them back, Commodore. Yeah, baby. With the boat shoes? Oh my god.
Get out of here. I'm going to leave the ends frayed too.
Oh man, that
Oh!
would be awesome. Heck yeah, bring the style back, baby. You can find it. It's springwear. KitchenKillaz springwear.
That's awful.
Featuring the Commodore as our model with his new jean shorts.
You got holes in your jeans?
Great boat shoes.
Cut them off.
Oh man, and a red T-shirt from Cozumel with a frog on the front. Oh man, I can see it right now. It's amazing.
And the more I wash it, the stoner it gets.
And a mohawk.
It's a red shirt with the
Yeah.
white eyes, and the white just keeps coming off, and it gets like more and more.
Oh man,
It's
he's
so
gonna
funny.
be super duper
So
big.
funny.
Oh, he's gonna be Cozumel baked right there, bro.
Yeah. So the other thing that I remember most from that is the tater tot casserole.
Yeah.
That was super delicious.
Yeah, that was really good, man. And
I remember what it looked like. I remember what it tasted like. I remember what it smelled like. I remember it was
Sure.
super
I kinda wanna
hot.
make it.
I burnt myself.
We should.
I
Dude,
burnt the inside
that's
of my
not
mouth
a bad
the first
idea.
time.
That's not a bad idea. Like, you know how there have been people that have created videos and entire YouTube channels on remaking the hamburgers that Bob's Burgers makes in his episodes? If you don't know this, that's true. In every episode of Bob's Burgers, he comes up with a brand new different burger, and they're pretty funny. So one guy decided to create an entire YouTube channel and remake all of Bob's actual burgers, and then he invited the voice actor to join him on his show and try all the different burgers.
H. John Benjamin.
Yep. What a great idea. That would be
Wow.
cool if we tried to remake some of the dishes from the kitchens that we went and crashed.
That's crazy.
Like, I actually would like to make tater tot casserole. I think it's a great idea. It's really good. I think that would be another like series, another vein of shows and videos.
Yeah.
Is
I
us
agree.
trying to remake all the dishes that we had during all the kitchens that we crashed. Wow, that'd be awesome. And how terrible they would be because we missed an ingredient or we didn't get a temperature. Like, we should make it exactly the way we say it on the video.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. No
Yes.
other
Yes.
ingredients. Just exactly what we
If
what we
forgot
said.
to say sugar, like if we forgot to
Oh,
say-
well.
crap.
If we use a whole
And if we don't-
a whole thing of garlic instead of just one
And if
clove.
we don't have a temperature, everything is 420. Like,
Always.
And we don't say, oh, it's 350 degrees. Like, we just
That's
put everything in
the only
420.
temperature we cook at, Billy.
I mean, oh man, we're about to burn some shit. Just,
We just cook it for less time.
just pay attention to it. Never walk away from the stove.
You'll ruin
Yeah,
stuff.
man. Or
Don't
the
walk
grill,
away from the
or
stove.
the oven. Like, slow cooker.
just a bad
yeah,
idea.
man, I get that. Pressure cooker.
That's
it's
a
gonna take some
bad
time, no
idea,
big deal,
man.
but don't walk away
Don't
from
do
stuff you
that.
got on top of the
Don't do
stove
that.
or the grill. Or in the oven. Like, just be careful, man. Just don't walk away from your cooking.
Yeah.
man.
If
Don't
you're cooking,
do
be the
that.
cook.
Yeah, be the cook.
Okay?
Don't
If you're
be the
hosting, be
absentee
the
cook.
host.
If you want to be the sound guy, be the sound guy. When I
If
look
you're the
back
sound
at the
guy,
soundboard, I want to
you
see
better
you
be
behind
there.
the soundboard. I don't want to see you over at the bar.
Oh,
grabbing a
it's-
drink,
it's fixed.
Shooting the gaga.
No, dog.
With somebody because you think that the sound doesn't need constant attention.
Attention. Monitoring. It doesn't need constant attention, but it needs to be monitored 100% of the time.
Monitored. Give it your full undivided attention.
So that if it does need attention, you know, and you can make it on the fly adjustment.
you're looking at it, you're
right
staring
then.
at it, you're watching the oscilloscopes.
Even if it doesn't need any adjustments, the entire time you monitor it at 100%.
Put on your
the person on
headphones.
stage
Yeah.
is going to really appreciate that.
If you're running lights, that's good. So run the lights, but always have your headphones on, listening to the sound. Because some people have to do both. Like, you know, the guys over at the Haven, they have to do both. They have to run sound and they have to run lights at the same time. So
It's probably a lot more coordinated that way, but a lot of work, I
yeah,
bet.
usually you'll see them with the headphones on if they're at the soundboard. Usually they'll see them with their headphones on and running lights at the same time, so they can kind of hear what's going on and pay attention and make adjustments on the fly. But yes, man the soundboard, man your grill, man your woman, or your man anybody, man your light bulbs. We will take your light bulbs.
I'm going to get another beer.
Yeah. Would
Is
you mind
that-
grabbing me some water?
I would love to do that. Should we wrap up chapter 3?
Yeah, let's see. Do we remember? I'm trying to think. I love the photo shoot. The fact that One's a Pilot is awesome.
What stands out for you? What was your highlight of that evening?
I was gonna say, do we remember what the dessert was? You know, that's what I was trying to think what we had for dessert.
That's right.
I think it was, and I can't remember, but it was like a combination of many things that they had put together. And
I remember it now. I can picture it.
what does it look like?
It looked like
You're building an image for me.
Chex Mix covered in chocolate, covered in powdered sugar.
Okay, awesome. I think I'm getting a good idea of
There
what
was
you're
some
talking
other
about.
ingredients in there that were also as delicious, but
my
I don't
God.
remember what they were.
That was really good. That was really
so
good.
good.
I-
It's called something else as well. I've
Yeah.
heard it called.
We took. I think we took notes. Actually, we did research. We've researched.
Did
this.
we?
We research our things. That's it. That's right.
No,
Shelley comes forward with the.
Yeah.
There it is. I don't want to pretend like we know all this stuff.
No.
Like what is it? Pawn Stars. That
I
guy
don't-
doesn't really know all that stuff.
I don't remember a lot
All
of
that
stuff.
stuff is staged.
We had to research every single syllable
so we
of
research
this.
all our shows. Just FYI, like we research our shows. We go back because we don't want to talk out of turn. We most certainly
Shelley.
want to. Yeah.
Shelley
and
does.
then we emotionally.
Then
touch
we
base with
invest.
our memory.
We invest in said research.
We go back to August 25th, 2017, standing in the kitchen
We're really good at
in
visualization,
that
by the
moment. There it is.
way. It's easy.
Reverse sign. We still have the Fender amplifier with the two lights, like alien
And the-
antennas.
And the gold.
And I think even Juan had another light that he had set up as well. It was like a photography light with like the soft burst on it. Matchbook. We had the pop socket.
The gold
phone.
bonefish matchbook. Hashtag
And I think we even
bonefish.
had something behind us. He had put something on the wall behind us. And I think it was the KitchenKillaz sign he had on the wall.
He had. Didn't he have the same sign posted in two spots behind the?
Yeah, I think so.
That was good.
That was
good.
that was cool. How
he really
supportive
took.
they were.
Yeah, he took a lot of pride in that.
They did,
in
man.
us coming over there.
Yeah,
I
it was
really
cool.
I appreciated
had a really
that.
good
I didn't
time
expect
doing
that.
And that was our first, like, I don't want to say strange kitchen, but strange kitchen. You know, like we really didn't know Juan that well. We really didn't know Carrie that well. We really didn't know what we were doing at that point. Still, we had no clue, and didn't know what we were getting into. And I think
Let's make it happen.
I think there was a little bit of nervousness on both sides, and I think everybody felt a little bit of anxiety, but I think it went away as soon as the show started. I think everybody was just, they got it. Even when the photo shoot was going on, I think that kind of anxiety just started to melt away. I know.
It actually makes me think of how persistent we've been in all the like weird uncertain situations, like the risk or just saying yes or just pushing forward, like when we didn't know.
Yeah. And I want to say
there's been a lot of those.
If we had to wrap that up into a lesson learned for that evening, I think that was one of the best ones, is that we can go into a remote kitchen we've never been in before, completely isolated, completely with our own system, set up in minutes, broadcast, saved, broken down, packed up, and we're out of here. It was a cool structure. It was a good night, and I think that was a great step for us to realize we could do it. You know, it wasn't like it wasn't a familiar kitchen. It wasn't a kitchen we had already been in or a relationship we already had. It was a brand new kitchen with relatively brand new people, and this was kind of the idea we had in the very beginning. We didn't know if it was going to work, like just going into pretty much strangers' kitchens and performing a show.
Yeah.
And that night was kind of the first one where we really didn't know them that well, and we went in there. Awesome photo shoot, great experience, phenomenal hosts, good food, a fun song, and just an overall fun evening. I think that was really cool, and I think even driving home, we were like, that was pretty cool. That was awesome.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Well, I recall that drive home, and like I think the feeling that I got, or that what we were talking about, is the pride that they took in having us over with the signs and like the photo shoot.
Really
he was
man.
super appreciative for us to go over them.
We've
like
had some
what?
Great kitchens like that. We've
Thank
had some
you.
Great kitchens like that where they're just outstanding, just great hosts. And they're just so happy and they're so thankful and they're so.
You can just tell
great,
they're really excited.
That was awesome. That was a good one, man. That was a good one.
It makes it easier for us.
I like that. Thank you guys. That was awesome, man. Did you have any last notes, any last thoughts, any final memories or anything like that about the show?
No.
I think we covered it pretty good, dude.
Great
Shout
job.
out to all of our sponsors. All of our sponsors. Thank you. We're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. We now have professional written notes, handwritten notes by our associate producer, which is super cool. Oh, I feel like that's fun to say. So a huge shout out to all of our sponsors, right? Lakeland Barbecue, Joel Van, right out of Polk County. Absolutely incredible, man. We actually, he knows we did this, but this is Lakeland Barbecue sauce that we wanted to envision. A goal of mine, which I think is a goal of ours, is to have our own line of barbecue sauce. So a huge shout out. Also Rub as well, man. Lakeland Barbecue is awesome. Jay Bauer Art, Josh Bauer, super cool dude. Helps us with a lot of really cool stuff. Some of the things I'm sure you see on screen that we've spoken about has been created and manifested by Josh. Yeah, all those back there. I don't know how many you can see, but all 4 of those, incredible. That's actually Josh Bauer beneath that panel right there. And if you
There
can't
he
see
is.
it, sorry, man. That's top tier Patreon.
Well, we'll probably chronicle his interactions as well.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna
We'll
get
get
to his
there.
shows.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to his shows.
He's been a part of many.
Merchroom.com,
We'll get there.
Jimmy and Cody, always awesome, man. Great merchandise. I'd say solutions. Merchandise and advertising solutions brought to you by Merchroom.com. Oh, that's not bad. Brightline Imagery, the
Nice.
flawless Lasagna Man, great photographer right out of here, Central Florida. Star for Brand Apparel out of California. That's Dale Dibbles. Dale is sent us a couple of Starfish shirts, super soft, really comfy. And we wouldn't even be talking about them if we didn't like them. We would just not, but we do.
It's in my regular shirt wearing rotation.
Yeah, it's good.
Yes.
Castledor Studios, you were just there yesterday for session number 3. Huge shout out to Castledor, Zach Cabral, and Dr. Alyssa Rose.
I like
Always
being
awesome.
there.
Always awesome, man. And I really, they take so much pride in the people that walk into that studio, you know, and it's really impressive.
Speaking of appreciation, like they're super. It's the same in the same respect. Juan and Carrie were like they were super like happy
Very
for us to be there, accommodating.
Yeah.
Like very cool,
really
very
accommodating,
welcoming.
really
welcoming.
cool.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and they not only pay attention, but they show a lot of consideration. A lot of consideration.
Yes.
You know, they take our perspective, and I assume they do this with all our clients. They take our perspective into consideration.
I'm sure they try.
How does the Commodore feel sitting here with the wall here, with the microphone here, with the glass here? How does Billy feel with the wall here, with the microphone here? How do they feel? Are they able to work together? Can we see each other? Can we communicate with each other? And the fact that they do that is really cool because not all studios are cut from the same cloth, baby. But yeah, man, I had a good time yesterday. That was good times. It is what is today?
I think we came up
September 9th? September 9th.
Today's the 8th, yeah.
9/8/2019. Talking about 8/25/2017. Wow, that's awesome. It's gonna take us a while to catch up. Oh man,
That's all right.
Which is great, constant content, baby. Absolutely, catch us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday at 7:05, Wednesday at 7:05, every Friday at 9:05. We also stream. You can check it out on Spreaker.com as well. Follow us on YouTube. KitchenKillaz, please throw us a follow. We're doing our best to get to the 1,000 subscriber mark. That's where we can monetize the videos, and we can try to work really hard to fund this whole project. We play every Friday night for free, so if you want a Kitchen Crashed, let us know. We do it for free in the state of Florida. Anything outside of the state of Florida, I would imagine, we still don't charge an appearance fee, but we do need to work out transportation. Like,
Yeah,
if you
we
want us
need
to
to
fly
get there.
Texas, we love Texas, but help us get there. You know,
I'd love to go to Texas.
so we can have, yeah, exactly. So we can have a good time, man. Check out Instagram.com/KitchenKillaz for Instagram stories. Follow us, like us, share this, all that other good stuff.
We've also got a
Great
couple
posts.
videos of some of our original songs that we're playing live
on IGTV.
On IGTV.
Yeah, check out our IGTV channel.
If you want to know what's going on behind the scenes, if you want to know what's coming up, if you want to know who we're supporting in our community of creatives, just go on to Instagram and check it out.
Yeah,
Anywhere on
Instagram's killing it,
Instagram.
man. We
It's all over
just
the place.
created a TikTok account. Check us out there. Facebook as well, Twitter as well, and we're building a LinkedIn account. So if there's any suggestions, comments that you guys have that you'd like to see, and any of the content that we provide, any questions you have about the band, our origins, or things that we've experienced, by all means, reach out and let us know. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the vein of that. It could just be a question you're interested in hearing our perspective on, which hopefully is entertaining and educational. That's what we go for here. We're an educational program, an educational family program for a really interesting
Let's
family
get comedy in there
with
somewhere too.
diverse people and improv. I know, exactly. That was the comedy.
There it is.
Family show. We're
done.
You guys soon. We
Bye.
love you. Stay out of trouble. And by all means, do you have anything else to say? Kitchen Chronicles, Volume 1, Chapter 3, Debary. Thank you very much, guys.
Juan and
You guys
Carrie.
stay out of trouble. We will. Oh, that's right. Debary,
Juan and Carrie.
Bye, guys.
Bye.